All right, everybody. Ready to ace that software engineering interview? We're diving deep today into a YouTube video from how to become packed with real interview questions and answers to help you stand out from the crowd.
It's not just about the technical skills. It's
Yeah.
about presenting yourself as the total package, like a coding symphony,
I like that.
where every skill plays a critical part.
Yeah, like you're not just a coder, you're a conductor leading the orchestra.
Exactly. And this video helps you do just that. It starts with front-end development,
Okay.
the stuff that makes websites look good and function smoothly.
So that classic question, describe your experience with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Oh, yeah, that's a staple.
Every interview.
It is. But instead of just listing what each language does, use a project example
Okay.
to showcase your practical skills. Like if you built an e-commerce site, you could talk about how you used React for a dynamic user interface.
Right, or how you manage the website state efficiently with Redux.
Exactly. Concrete examples are way more memorable
Yeah, for sure.
than just technical terms.
It's like showing off your skills by presenting a dish, not just listing ingredients.
Precisely.
All right, next up, a bit of a brain teaser. Given a string containing just the characters, determine if the input string is valid.
Ooh, data structures and algorithms.
Yeah, takes me back.
But it's not as scary as it sounds.
Yep.
The video uses the stack concept.
Okay.
You know how when you write a function, it gets added to the call stack and then popped off when it's finished?
Yeah.
Think of it like a stack of plates you can only add or remove from the top.
Yeah.
So when you encounter an opening bracket, you push it onto the stack. If you find a closing bracket, you pop the matching opening bracket off.
Got it.
If everything's balanced, you end up with an empty stack.
So it's all about making sure every opening bracket has its closing buddy.
Exactly.
And understanding data structures like stacks, that's essential.
It is. It's like having a toolbox filled with specialized tools,
Right.
each designed for a specific problem.
Okay, let's move on to designing a system for high traffic and massive data.
Scalability.
Yeah, the big leagues.
The question is, how would you design a system for handling high traffic and large amounts of data? The video recommends key strategies: microservices, load balancing caching, and distributed databases.
Those sound like buzzwords, but I'm curious to unpack them. Let's start with microservices.
Okay.
What are they and why are they so important for lots of traffic?
Think of microservices like building blocks. They let you create complex applications by combining smaller, independent services that communicate with each other.
So it's like having a team of specialists instead of one person trying to do everything.
Exactly. It makes the system more flexible, scalable, and easier to maintain.
Okay, so instead of one giant server struggling, you have a team of smaller servers working together,
Yeah.
each handling a specific task. That makes sense. And what about load balancing?
Load balancing is all about distributing the workload evenly across multiple servers.
Yep.
Imagine a popular restaurant with one cashier. The line would be so long.
Right, people would get frustrated waiting.
Exactly. Load balancing is like having multiple cashiers so customers can be served more efficiently.
Oh, I get it. So it's like having a well-managed queue ensuring smooth service even during peak hours.
Exactly.
What about caching?
Caching is like having a shortcut to your most used files.
Okay,
It stores frequently used data in faster memory like RAM,
got it.
so the system doesn't have to go to the main database every time. This speeds up data retrieval and improves performance.
So it's all about optimizing for speed and efficiency.
Yes,
Okay.
making sure the system can quickly access the information it needs.
Now, on to something we all encounter daily, HTTP versus HTTPS. We know HTTPS is more secure, but what's the technical difference? Why should our listeners care even if they're not security specialists?
The key difference is encryption. HTTP transmits data in plain text, like sending a postcard. Anyone can read it. HTTPS uses encryption protocols like SSL and TLS.
Okay,
Imagine sending your message in a locked box that only the recipient can open.
got it.
This safeguards sensitive information like logins or credit card details.
Right, so that's at the end of HTTPS is crucial for online security.
It is. It's a
Okay, we've covered some major ground here, from front-end development to system design and security. Before we move on to general advice, anything else about these technical questions that stands out to you?
I think what's impressive is that the video doesn't just give surface-level answers. It explains the why behind the solutions.
So it's not just about memorizing facts, but understanding the concepts.
Exactly. It's about becoming a problem solver.
It's like learning the principles of cooking, not just memorizing recipes.
Exactly.
All right, speaking of mastering the interview, let's shift gears and dive into some general advice that can truly elevate your performance. You ready?
Absolutely. Let's do it. Beyond the technical stuff, there's a whole world of advice to make you shine even brighter in your interview.
Okay, like adding those extra spices to make your ditch unforgettable.
Hmm.
What kind of questions should we be prepared for in this section?
Well, the video touches on design patterns, different programming paradigms,
Okay.
and of course, those behavioral questions.
Oh.
You know, the ones like, tell me about a time you failed.
Yeah, those can be tricky. It's like they're trying to see how you handle pressure and learn from mistakes.
Exactly. They're designed to assess your problem-solving abilities, your ability to work in a team, and how you fit with the company culture.
Right, so it's not just about what you know.
Right.
It's about how you think, how you communicate and approach challenges.
Exactly.
They're looking for a teammate, not just a coding machine.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And speaking of bringing something unique to the table, the video suggests 3 smart questions that you should ask at the end of the interview.
Wait, hold on. Ask questions at the end. I always thought the interviewee should just answer questions, not ask them.
I know it seems counterintuitive, but trust me, it's a game changer. Asking thoughtful questions at the end shows you're engaged and curious.
Okay.
But it also flips the script a bit, positions you as someone who's proactive and interested in the company's success.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more. What are those questions?
The first one is, what are the company's biggest challenges right now? This shows you're not just interested in the job itself, but also in the bigger picture and how you can help overcome those challenges.
So it's about being invested in the company's growth and success, not just looking for a paycheck.
Oh.
Okay. What's the second question?
The second is, what are the opportunities for growth and development within this role? This shows ambition, a desire to learn, and commitment to continuous improvement.
So you're thinking long-term, eager to contribute to the company's future? Okay, what's the third question? This one has to be a showstopper.
The third question focuses on the people. Can you tell me more about the team I'd be working with? This shows you understand that teamwork is crucial,
Okay.
and you're interested in the team dynamics and the collaborative environment.
It's like you're already picturing yourself as part of the team ready to hit the ground running.
Exactly. Asking thoughtful questions gives you valuable information, but also leaves a lasting impression, shows your proactive thinking, and genuine interest. It's a win-win.
Wow, those 3 questions are gold. I wish I'd known about them before. Okay, we've covered technical questions, general advice, and those killer questions to ask at the end. Before we wrap up, what are some key takeaways from this deep dive that our listeners should absolutely remember? Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. The technical questions, the general advice, those killer questions to ask at the end. But what does it all mean for you as you gear up for that interview?
It means you're not just going in blind. You've got a strategy. You're presenting yourself as more than just a coder.
Right.
You're a problem solver.
Yeah, it's not about reciting lines from a script.
Right.
It's about showing your thought process, your ability to adapt.
Exactly. And remember, you're also evaluating them.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah, you want to see if this company's the right fit for you too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, speaking of finding the right fit, here's a final thought for you to ponder. How can you go beyond just answering questions and actively showcase your problem-solving skills during the interview?
That's a good challenge. It's about taking the initiative, showing them you're not just a passive answer giver.
Yeah, like in one of my early interviews, I got stumped by a coding question.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of freezing up, I just talked through my thinking,
Yeah.
even suggested some different approaches,
Good for you.
even though I wasn't sure if they were right. The interviewer was impressed by my willingness to try
That's great.
and my ability to explain my reasoning.
That's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
How your mind works, not just what you've memorized.
Right. Maybe you could walk them through a technical problem or even suggest different solutions and discuss the trade-offs.
Exactly.
It's like saying, hey, I'm a problem solver.
Exactly. And don't forget, the YouTube video we've been talking about is packed with more tips and practice questions.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into acing your software engineering interview. We hope you found it helpful and maybe even a little bit fun.
We had fun. We believe in you. Go out there and rock that interview.
Show them what you're made of. And remember, the best way to predict the future is to code it. Until next time, happy coding.